Castello rubber mold material. It's called Gold Label, and this is the strips of mold material that I generally use. You can buy this in all kinds of bulk. If you want to buy this in bulk, you can buy it in bulk. And like I said, it is used to make rubber molds for your jewelry and business. And over the last 35 years, I've developed and made hundreds of molds and bought hundreds of molds, and I have probably pretty close to about 3,500 to 4,000, I think, about what I have in molds. This is here's just a look at some of the molds. Now, these were all wedding sets, and what I'm doing right now is I'm categorizing them and taking pictures of them and putting them on our website, and they'll be for sale. The wax molds will be, the rubber molds I won't sell, but the waxes will be able to sell these individually or by the group. And as I keep making them, I keep putting them on the website, and we'll go from there. So this takes a lot of effort to build these molds, and you can figure each one. I would say if you made it from scratch, you carved the wax, you casted it in silver, and then you made a mold from the silver, and then casted it back into a pattern like gold. You'd have $100 to $150 per mold. So when you have 4,000 of them, it kind of adds up. Anyway, this is kind of a fun deal, and we're going to go to the back room here later on this during the series of jewelry making, and show you just exactly how to make rubber molds and how to do silver castings and gold castings, and it'll be kind of fun to learn and watch. Okay, here's a little quick project. This is what you see right here. This is rubber vulcanizing rubber, and use like 6 to 10 sheets depending on how thick your ring's going to be. This is how we make our rubber mold patterns, and when they're done, they kind of look like this here, and they're put under pressure with about 307 degrees of heat for around 45 to 60 minutes, and then you cut these open and you would have a mold inside of this, which would be a ring or a pendant or a letter or whatever you wanted, and that's how jewelry molds are made. And we'll get into that a little bit later in the episodes, but right now I'm setting up my vulcanizing machine in the back room, and to do this right, you have to have a block of aluminum, which is about the same thickness as your mold. So you can see that this is about the same, a little bit thinner. But what you do with this next is you can put this in your vulcanizer, and then you put a which I just ordered one, a temperature probe, which goes all the way down in, and then you can accurately measure what your vulcanizing machine is going to be for temperature. And like I said, for the type of rubber I'm using, it's about 307 degrees, and each strip is about 7 minutes. So to do it right, I wanted to have a block of aluminum that would be about the same thickness so that I can heat those plates up on the vulcanizer, and that way I can get very accurate temperatures, and we'll have a lot better quality mold when we're done. And that's all there is to that. And I ordered this little thermometer in, and this hooks up to the temperature. The temperature probe hooks to this, and of course the block heats up in the vulcanizer, and we get our exact temperature. Pretty clever. I saw this done in a commercial mold company that's all they do is cut molds for customers, and they were using a block similar to this one to set their temperature on their vulcanizers. So I happened to have had a couple chunks of aluminum laying around, so I just went ahead and made this one. So this should work out really well for us. So we'll get into making a mold in the back room here a little later on, like I said, in the series, and the jewelry making series, and it'll be kind of fun to watch how this is done. I've been making molds for almost 30 years, and there's still so much that I haven't learned yet. It's a real art or a real science. So thanks for watching, and catch you next time.